Well, hello and welcome back to the Leadership TKO Night Show, where I'm your host, Lakeisha McKnight. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you are right now around the world. I understand that many of you are from different places right now: Venezuela, Hong Kong, China. We even had some people from the Netherlands, Canada, right? South Africa, Nigeria. I think I said Nigeria already, but throughout the United States, right? And I'm not even sure if the United Kingdom is listening, but guess what? To each and every one of you, thank you so much for tuning in to the night show here, where we are really partnering up with associations, businesses, and just really companies to build winning leaders across the globe. So thank you so much for tuning in. You can learn more about Leadership TKO by visiting www.leadershiptko.com, right? Thank you so much for being here. We've been on this campaign for some time now. We normally are only here on Mondays at 9 p.m. But guess what? We've been campaigning. Yes, we have a global women's leadership campaign going on. And I've been doing this podcast every day during the week, Monday through Friday, to really expound upon, the foundation of Leadership TKO and then diving straight into content pertaining to the campaign. And so we've been talking about some of these truths because TKO stands for Truths That Kept the Overcomer. And I'm on truth number 8 tonight. And so if you allow me to, I'm going to dive into truth number 8 right now as it pertains to leaders. It can be applicable to those of you in the home, in the corporate world, as well as in business. Leadership truth number 8 is this: leaders are not afraid to take wise action and make critical decisions that promote growth. They're not afraid. You see, as a leader, it's important for you to understand that you cannot operate in fear and faith at the same time. Okay? And as a leader, there are going to be moments where you have to take risks. RISKS, risks. Okay? Taking chances in risks. But the thing about this is that you must be careful to use wisdom. Meaning that in order to use wisdom, you have to seek out wise counsel to find out what will be best in different cases and scenarios. So that means that you need to have a council of advisors. You need to have a group of advisors you can go to, trusted advisors that you can turn to, whether you have your own coach or your own mentor to help guide you. Not saying they're going to make the decision for you, because you still will need to make the decision. But for those of you who have nonprofit organizations, you have a board of directors. For those of you who have for-profit companies, you may have a team of advisors. If you're just working from the home, or if you're a mom or a dad, you have a spouse, you have family members that you can confide in. And if you don't have nothing, you have God, right? You have the Bible, you have your faith that you can depend upon in situations such as this. When you need to make a decision, you need to take action, because sometimes when you delay in taking action, it can delay your growth. Okay. And I say you don't want to be, in other words, a midget in the sense of stunting your growth, but you want to be able to allow yourself to grow and blossom into the person that God has created you to become. And the way that you do this is by using wisdom, by taking chances, taking action when opportunity presents itself to grow your family, to grow in the corporate world within an organization, as well as to grow as an entrepreneur in business. Whether you have a solo practice, whether you have a small business and you're with network marketing or direct sales, or even if you have a traditional business or a brick and mortar business, a barbershop, a beauty salon, right? You're making soap from home, whatever it is that you're doing. Listen, you need to allow yourself the opportunity to grow, maximizing your growth. And the way you do this is you definitely cannot prevent yourself from taking chances and making risks. That's what we do as leaders. So you need to really sit back, look at what's before you, look at, some of the doors that are before you right now that are presented to you that you can walk through. You need to write out what the pros and the cons are. If you take advantage of it, if you say yes versus if you say no, will the opportunity come by again? All right. Is it based on limited time? Is there a time limit to it? You need to look at all of these things. Okay. How will it impact your family if you do take advantage? Right? Will it take up a lot of your time? Will it bring in more profits or income for your family that can change the outlook of your families? Think about this. It's critical because this can mean a new life for you and your family. Some of you have been hesitant on taking chances, starting that new business, writing that book, going out there seeking speaking opportunities. You've been hesitant in hiring a coach, hiring a mentor, a consultant to help you move from point A to point B, to help you bring you more solutions to concerns you're facing in your business or as a corporate leader. Yes, corporate leaders can benefit from executive coaching. So it's all a matter of the decisions you make, the actions that you take that's going to allow you to grow and become a stronger leader. Again, it reverts back to the law of the lid that has been established by Dr. John Maxwell. Your growth of your business, your level of success cannot exceed your leadership ability. So the more you work on enhancing your ability to lead, the greater the chances are that your business will reach the success level that you desire. So what are you doing consciously, intentionally to work on growing yourself as a leader each and every day? What decisions are you making right now, or are you hesitant in making, that's preventing you from moving forward and growing and allowing your business to grow? I want you to sit back and think about this, because this can mean the difference between freedom and the rat race for you. What do I mean by the rat race? It means doing the same things over and over each and every day, waking up, getting dressed, getting your kids ready for school, you running into traffic, waiting in traffic for a half hour, 40 minutes, and then getting to a job that you don't necessarily like. This is only for those of you who are still working in the corporate world and don't like your job that much, right? And then you come home, you get the kids ready, you eat dinner. You might have maybe about an hour, if that, to work on your business. You go to sleep and you wake up and you do the same process over and over and over again. Do you want to continue to embark upon that journey, or do you want something different? Do you want a better lifestyle? Right? Do you want to truly be happy, be satisfied with living, truly living, traveling the world, seeing all that God has created? I'm going to challenge you to take a risk. I'm going to challenge you to take the leap. And for those of you who are women who are hesitating, you're listening to this and you're a female, take the risk. You only live once. Okay, talk to your family first, prepare them, make sure you're all on one accord. Okay. And if you're married, your spouse should be supportive of what it is that you've been called to do. Should be included in everything. You as a family, you're supposed to be one unit, right? I know I can talk about that for a while, but get your family ready before taking action and do it. Do what you've been called to do. All right. Well, guess what? I want to thank you for listening in to truth number 8. And I want you to be encouraged, especially you as a female. I want you to connect with me, connect with this campaign that we have going on, where women across the world are boldly declaring that I am woman and I was born to lead. Join the Born to Lead campaign by visiting www.borntolead2017.com. And I definitely can't wait to see you at some of our local events in a nearby city, because we're planning conferences at this particular moment. We're also actively in our community on Facebook, and we would love to be able to interact with you. Okay. And when you go to that website, borntolead2017.com, it's going to direct you to a Facebook group where I'll be able to have a chat with you, right? And get to know you a bit more. But again, thank you so much for listening on tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night, of course, with yet another truth. But before leaving here, I just want you to understand it's important for you to think, speak, and live leadership.